Because of the wonderful responses I had to my video yesterday explaining my situation, I thought what I'd do is I'd make a weekly or do a weekly update on my current situation. I mean, obviously, I've got MS, and I'm doing certain things such as the Amber Up protocol and taking the lipospheric vitamin C, and in my opinion, it's having a great response. So what I thought I'd do is I'd just let people know about what's happening and how things are. So just my history. Again, the things I've done don't make me better than anybody else. It makes me different because I've done things which most people actually wouldn't even think about doing. Again, I don't think of myself as better than anyone, I'm just different. I've done nearly 1,000 skydives. I was a hang glider pilot, a scuba diver, a mountain biker, a rock climber, and I got my pilot's license in 43 hours, which basically is quite good because the national average in America where I took it, the average is 75 hours. So I did reasonably well. Anyway, I was the client service director for the World Leading Authority in Biological Dentistry and Body Chemistry Rebalancing, Dr. Hal Huggins. That was between 2007 and 2011. Unfortunately, he passed away a couple of years ago, but the knowledge I gained from working with him and speaking to so many leaders in the world of natural health has helped me a great deal. So, it's really annoying, this bloody stupid thing on my face. Anyway, that's not normal, by the way. The huge hooter is normal. That's just a normal thing. I was born with that, unfortunately. I think my mum gave birth to a nose and these legs popped out of it, but yeah. So I'm from Liverpool originally. I lived in various states or various counties all around the country, and then moved to America in 2002. 2 years later, I developed multiple sclerosis. So it actually wasn't a nice thing because having made that transition from the UK to the US and then 2 years later to be classified as suffering with a so-called incurable disease wasn't a nice thing. Anyway, I persevered. I never took any drugs. I've never taken any drugs. I've never taken any medication for MS, period. I've just used natural supplementation. I think from working with Dr. Huggins, reading every book he wrote, plus meeting numerous different leaders in the field of natural health, I was able to gain a great deal of knowledge, which has helped me significantly. As you know, in August of 2017, I read Healing Multiple Sclerosis. And in 2018, after chatting with a wonderful lady called Janet Orchard, I started on the protocol. I've been having, I think, tremendous results from just doing following the protocol strictly. It's not a case of, to start with, in all honesty, it was very difficult, and I had as many bad days as I had good days, but I persevered. And after about 3 or 4 months, it became much, much easier. So I'm now 18 months into it, and it's not really a hardship. There are certain things that, or there are foods that I don't eat, period. I don't have dairy, I don't have gluten, I certainly don't have anything with sugar in it. And if there is any sugar, it has to be a minimal amount, and it's taken over the course of a day, so maybe a gram or 2 in the course of a day, but that's all. As far as my health is concerned, I actually feel that the improvements I've been making over the last month have been down to primarily, obviously, the Amber protocol, but the fact that I'm mega dosing on lipospheric vitamin C. The one I use is called LipoLap Gold. Now, obviously, it comes in a bottle, and because there's just me in here, I can give it a good shake and take a swig from it, which I wouldn't do if I lived with people. But obviously, being just me, it's easy. So I actually go through probably the equivalent of one of these every 5 days which is massively more than what is supposed to have, which is just a in that it's a 250ml bottle, and there's I think 5ml is equal to 1 gram. What's been proven by incredible people, including Dr. Thomas Levy, who I met and spent a good hour with on several occasions. I think the last time we talked, he sat in my office in Colorado. He was a friend of Dr. Hal Huggins, and we talked for an hour, primarily on lipospheric vitamin C. So I actually feel reasonably knowledgeable about that, more so than the average everyday person. So, as I say, it doesn't make me better, it just makes me different. So basically what I'm saying is that following the protocol, Ambrock protocol, is primarily the reasons why I'm improving. Having the lipospheric vitamin C, having bone broth, which again to me is extremely beneficial, and taking the full spectrum cannabis oil are definitely making a difference. I just take half a pipette of the cannabis oil in the morning and a half at night. I hold it in my mouth for probably about 30 seconds, or at minimum, but normally about 2 minutes, and just swill it around my mouth, and my gums allow it to actually permeate into my body. So in the main, I'm actually feeling incredibly good. I actually believe that that I will be walking unaided within a year. So 2.5 years after starting the protocol, I believe that I'll be walking. I don't think I'll be healed, but I think that I'll be massively better off. Anyway, that's my weekly update, and I'm going to try and do this every week, just to give you an update on how I'm progressing through this along this journey. And I'm hoping that lots of other people will take heart from what I've said, and the guidance that mainly is going to come from people like Janet. Janet is an incredible lady. I mean, she actually knew Ambrock, and they actually had spoken on numerous occasions before she passed. I could get into a rant about how she passed, but I'm not going to do that now. I'll say what primarily this is about is explaining how I'm moving forward. So hopefully you will all do well, and please feel free to send messages to me on the various Facebook groups, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions I can. Okay, take care. Bye for now.